Shanika.
Kimber.
On today's show, we have a deal breaker. Your mother, husband passed away several years ago. During this time, she was very lonely, and she had some, times where she needed some companionship. So she ended up going out, meeting a guy, really good energy, her and the guy, and she ended up having a one-night stand. Fast forward to about 2 or 3 years later, you're out, you meet this guy, you guys start dating several months, and you invite him over for the family cookout. He gets there, he says to you, babe, I can't stay because your mother and I, we had sex before.
I saw a movie like this.
Do you continue to date this guy? How do you feel about your mother? What's the deal breaker for? Is that a deal breaker for you?
Yes, absolutely. It absolutely is.
Okay, Kim.
I would not be interested in moving forward in a relationship with anyone that's been intimately with my mom. It's weird. Like, no, ma'am.
Okay. Now, your mom is in a happy relationship now, so she's not interested in this guy.
It happened, honey.
Okay.
It happened.
Okay.
Like, no.
Okay.
But you already slept with him and you think the
Right,
sex
you
is
already
great.
say that part. You didn't say that.
You already slept with him. and you think the sex
Right.
is
This is
great
where
with him.
therapy is needed. See, this is where, because the mere thought that I would have slept with someone.
Yeah,
See,
you
Tiara, you
slept
didn't
with
say that. You left that part out. The mere thought that I would have slept with someone that has been with my mom.
You didn't know.
We need help at this point. Like, we need professional.
So we need a therapist.
Is that a deal breaker?
So it's a deal.
It's a deal breaker.
It's a deal
But
breaker.
what if your mother said, "Listen, baby, it was a one night stand. It really meant nothing. I was drunk.
Keisha, it's all in here.
She
so
doesn't even
happy."
remember it.
That's a whole nother show. Problem. That's a whole nother problem.
What about you, Tanya?
Well, it's a deal breaker for me.
Thank
I would
you.
be looking at my mom and say, well, why would you even step to that level, And then I would be thinking, is she always jealous of me, envy me? Because there are moms that envy and jealous of their child.
But she didn't know.
She
that
didn't
they were
know.
dating
Yeah.
This
But
happened
still.
prior to you dating the guy, though.
But she said if she
But
moves forward in the
exactly,
relationship
she
with
knew.
him.
Yes.
Oh,
No, she didn't know. This
so
is the
she
first
didn't.
time
Okay.
he's being introduced to your mom. You've been dating, so you're introducing him to your mom at the family cookout.
Okay.
And he gets there and he leaves because he's feeling uncomfortable, but he is honest. So there's no issue of disloyalty or someone not being honest. All the cards are on the table.
I can respect his honesty, though. I can. I
Right.
can give him props for that. But it would just be too weird at that point. Once you say you slept with my mom.
Yes, because I'll be
Yeah.
thinking of, oh my goodness, every time we sleep together.
Oh,
like,
it could not happen.
You
at
said
all.
every time.
I be thinking,
oh, there we go. In a whole nother direction.
is this a deal breaker for you?
It would depend. I mean,
it
to be
depends.
honest, it would depend. Because
Oh, Jesus.
he's already had her, and he's already had me. So it's kind of like I would probably tell my mom, be like, listen, this is the situation. And we would probably talk about it. And she was like, listen, I'm happy. She doesn't know him. They didn't date. He didn't take her out. They just had a one-night stand. So it's not like she can compare relationship with him, right? So
Well, he's
this is
comparing
several
the
years.
sex.
Yeah.
Yes,
he's
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Listen.
He's comparing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
But
I
he's
don't
your
have a problem
perfect
with
guy,
that.
though.
He's your perfect guy.
He's your perfect
He
He's your
guy.
perfect guy.
He was.
Yeah.
Well,
the
that
perfect
doesn't
guy.
exist. Let's
So,
go back,
Slim,
ladies.
is it a
That
deal
doesn't
breaker
even
for you?
exist.
No.
No, not my perfect guy. We just gonna have to have therapy.
Third.
Yeah, we're gonna need therapy.
I don't even know if I
Yeah.
would need therapy.
It's not gonna be a deal
Jesus.
I mean,
When he
this is
comes
the
around your
past.
mother,
You
you're not
think
going
you
to
know
feel a
someone
certain
your
type of
whole
way?
life until this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a deal breaker.
It's a
It's a
deal
deal
breaker.
breaker.
It's a deal
Wow.
breaker.
I'm shocked.
That's why you two are so close.
Exactly. That's the reason why.
I mean, because listen, guys, it's easy to say words like this is a deal breaker, but you've been dating this person, okay?
Right.
You have been single for a long time. You meet this perfect guy. You guys are kicking it. Y'all going out. Y'all already are intimate, right? So now you're just gonna now something that had already happened prior to, like, I don't know.
It's
if I could
psychological for me.
Right.
Because
Well,
I was
it's a
thinking,
visual.
Yeah,
yeah,
I would-
I was thinking,
me
what did
too.
he do to my mom, with my mom.
just
Right.
ask
And
them.
what did my mom do?
Oh
That's
my
him.
God.
That's
That's going too far.
Nancy to me.
I would have
That's
to.
going
Yeah.
too far.
Oh,
Too.
what did she
Wow.
do?
So wait,
No,
Sierra
I
said
would-
she's gonna ask.
let me throw something in here.
Okay.
You said
So-
you're gonna ask.
What
From,
about you, Keisha?
from
Yeah.
a biblical perspective,
Ooh.
when Reuben slept with his father's wife, he had uncovered his nakedness and he was cursed because of it. So I think just standing on that alone is a complete deal breaker.
Well,
and you need to know
This is not
no.
husband
he
and
drunk?
wife. This is not husband and wife.
It's,
I mean,
but
it's not.
but it's still mother. The problem was that it was that the son had slept with the father's wife.
Yes.
So it was a problem because because they had relation, because they were father and son. So the problem is because you are mother and daughter. That's what the problem
Well, one
is.
thing here, Keisha, if we're going to take it biblically, let's take it all the way there.
Right.
It's a problem for the whole situation
Yeah,
because the mother was fornicating, the
Yes.
daughter was
Yes.
fornicating, so we wouldn't be in this predicament if everybody wasn't fornicating.
Exactly.
So
Right.
let's take it all the way biblical if we're going to.
Right. Exactly. That's what I say.
So it's still not a deal breaker for you.
Well, listen, I would have to be very, very interested in this person to consider moving forward, right? If it's somebody that I'm just dating, of course, I mean, I'm done,
Well, how
right?
long you guys were dating?
But it doesn't
Couple
matter.
months.
But it's not about the months, right? So I might, in my mind, I might pull back a little and say, you know what?
But what do you
Well,
consider
I
just dating
think you're
because you guys were
desperate then.
intimate? You guys had
It's-
already
it's-
Right.
it's- You're being desperate. You're desperate.
That's why I said down here, Tony.
Yes.
That's
I don't,
yes.
listen, I don't think so. But I do think that I would, all seriousness, I would stop and I would think about like how important this relationship is.
Yes.
Or I
Yeah.
would talk to my mother and I would talk to him because if you're having sex with somebody, you should be able to talk to them about anything anyway, right?
That's
So
true.
I would be very open in conversation. I would, this is several years ago. My mom, she was going through something. This person probably was going through something. We don't know, like, with time passed, like, who this person is now. Your mother is not in that situation anymore, right? And so I don't know.
So you're just viewing your mom as another woman at this present point in time, like
not just
No,
as
I'm just
another
saying,
woman,
like-
because another woman I wouldn't even think twice. But my
Right, that's what
mom, being my mom, I would.
you have to do something mentally, I think, like to say, hey, I'm just viewing her as someone else,
Well, see,
at this
I
present
don't-
point in time.
I
and
don't
we-
equate love and sex together.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking at my mom in a situation where my mother was lonely. I can understand that, right? From a woman's situation. Her husband passed away. So I'm looking at it like, okay, this had nothing to do with love. She wasn't seeking love. She was probably seeking like a human touch. She probably wasn't trying to replace her husband at the
I
time.
get that.
She didn't really want to date. She was just probably, in a moment of loneliness, right? And so this person probably in the same way, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think people should just go around randomly having sex. I don't believe that, but I still don't equate love and sex as being, equal. So I don't know. He would have to really be my perfect guy for me to think about moving forward, and I probably wouldn't have sex. I probably would just wait and see, how everything played out. But I wouldn't proceed like I was proceeding, but I would just be a little bit more cautious.
Tiara, y'all have a question from the audience.
Okay.
Now, they said, how about, right, if all your life you've been waiting for this perfect individual, this guy that shows up, this is not somebody that was just a couple of months. This is somebody that never met your mom. It's the same scenario, but everything that you could have possibly wanted, the person is romantic. They not a liar. That's the reason why you even know this truth. And they eat like you eat. I mean, they're a provider. They pretty much what women say that they actually want. So this person has a level of value. What y'all all feel the same out of the type of men that y'all have dealt with, and you finally have ran across the one, and here's a situation that had nothing to do with neither one of them. What would be your answer then?
My answer would be like Kim. It's mental. I just could never.
Still deal breaker
Yes,
for me.
It's a deal breaker
Yeah.
because
It's not a deal breaker for me. That's the perfect guy, and I've been waiting all my life to come in contact with him. Oh yeah, I'm. Still
I may
going.
even need help after this because y'all are different individual. Like, yeah, I mean, my ride home is not even going to be the same because
Yes.
y'all have already planted that
Yes.
seed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're
there's
just looking at
way
mom in a
I would be
different
thinking-
I am. Me and mommy gonna have to have a conversation in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I thank everyone for their opinions, and we will be back next Sunday at 4 o'clock on the Coyote Man Show Network with our Deal Breaker.
Yes.
Nikki, you didn't weigh in though.
Y'all,
You didn't weigh in.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nikki said-
Nikki